Hello, everyone. Welcome to the world of Zoom. It's Marc and Bryon. We're back another week on our show. Schedules worked out this way where we have to Zoom this week. So we're going to just get through the show really quick. We got a couple stuff to talk about. Daredevil, of course. That's going to be the main topic of today.
Yeah.
So hopefully everyone's seen episodes 1 and 2 because we're going to dive deep into it. And then we got some other stuff to talk about. I'm sure Bryon has some things he wants to discuss. So as always, we start the show with, how you doing, Bryon? What's going on with you?
Doing good, Mark. How's everything going with you?
Good. Good.
I'm
My home
I
today?
am preparing for Cliff's After Dark comic toy collectible show, April 18th on Good Friday at
Yeah.
6 p.m. Now I say 6 p.m. I believe it really starts at 7 p.m. and I think 6 p.m. might be early bird.
Early bird. Early bird.
Um, Doubletree Hotel, 42 Century Drive, Bristol, Connecticut. This is going to be a massive show. The
I'll double
last
check. Might it be early bird might be at 5 o'clock.
No, no, I don't think the early bird's at 5. That's
Or
the
maybe
two
it'd be an early
hours
bird.
of early bird. That would
Oh,
be 2 hours.
oh,
Uh,
okay.
the flyer says 7 p.m. Let's not get
Oh,
stuck on the time. Let's
okay.
not get stuck on the time. Flyer says 7 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm saying 6 p.m. Get there early is all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Um, but like last year, he did this on Good Friday for the first time. It was a
Yes.
massive hit.
Yes.
It was packed. It goes until about I think 9 or 10.
I think
Um,
9.
yeah, I think 9. But still, there was people that it was flooded that first hour. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people. So
Yeah.
comics, toys. Matt Ryan will be there.
It
You
will
got
be.
D&D, you got figures, you got video games. Everything will be there.
We'll have his new book, Stego, will be out. So
Nice.
keep an eye on that. And that's
And
coming out.
then
Oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, Mark, I want to throw it to you. At the end of this month, Cliff
Yes.
has a smaller show.
Speaking of Stego, Matt's new Brenda book, that'll be debuting the end of this month, the final Sunday of the month, at the original CliffsCon, located at 7 Northwest Drive in Plainville, Connecticut, at the Plainville VFW. Uh, Time is 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Of course, like you had said, alluded to earlier. There's the early bird, which starts at 9. So you get in there for 9. I think it's a couple bucks or $2 or something extra. But yeah, uh, the cool thing about the CliffsCon at the Plainville VFW, there is food available. Cliff is making food in the kitchen, so you can get food while you're there. And there'll be a bunch of the vendors that are going to be at the hotel show. The original vendors will be at this show, so you can kind of get a vibe of, if you've never been to one before, this is a good entry level to get into the main show. Check it out, kind of see what you're looking to might find at the big show. And if you're a vendor and you're looking for a spot, maybe see Cliff in the kitchen and see if he still has some spots available for the big show.
So, Mark,
Brian,
that is March 30th, right?
that is correct.
Now, are you going to that?
That is the plan. I have it on my schedule right now.
Well, you do know we bought tickets. We're going to the Blitzkrieg show, which
Yes,
is
the
March
29th.
29th.
Yeah, I know.
It's always the night
Yeah,
before a show.
it is. Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I think Matt Ryan might be joining us for that as well. I gotta double check with him to find out.
yeah.
Yeah.
So their February show
CliffsCon
is moved.
for Matt, the CliffsCon show is a very, it's not, I say, laid back show, but it's not as intense. He's not doing
Right,
caricatures like he's doing at Andrew's show, so a little less hectic.
right. It's more calm,
Yeah,
subdued.
yeah. And it's
Um,
gonna be a big show because he's got Stego debuting. So that's gonna be cool. He had the proof at the Manchester show, and I was seeing the covers. Pretty cool.
I'm excited. I gotta
It's
pick it
gonna
up.
say Triceratops. That's all you're gonna know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um, so it's gonna be a busy weekend for you. I'm not doing that show, but I might go to it.
You're still gonna check it out. It's a good show.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to a normal CliffsCon. Oh, I
Yeah.
have a long, long, long time
Yeah,
ago.
you were vended at it a couple times, I think.
Yeah,
Like you did the outside booth during the spring and stuff.
I've never had a booth there, but you and me, we went to way back in the day before I was even a vendor. I think we went to one.
Maybe.
Yeah. Um,
Then
and
next month we have another big show, so stay tuned for information about that next month.
why? What's next month?
Andrew's new big toy show is in
Oh,
April.
that's in April.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be there, so I'm just promoting clips. But
All
Andrew,
right. Yeah.
Andrew's got the big one, yeah, New Haven.
Yeah. So
Well,
we'll be giving
it's
you more info about that as we get
yeah.
closer.
As we get closer, I think he's taking it over
Yes.
someone that was doing that. So
Yes. Someone that passed away, he took the show over from them.
yeah, so very exciting for Andrew. Um, anyway,
New Comic and Toy Convention,
yeah,
Sunday, April 13th. So the week before Super ClicksCon.
yeah, yeah,
That's down in North Haven. So
nice.
he's got some cool art, cool guests. He's got Kirk Bazignia, Bazignian from Transformers, Tonka, and WWF comic book fame. He's a,
Nice.
let's say, an artist for that. Ron Rudat from G.I. Joe and also WWF comics back in the day. Bob Buniaski, who was worked on Transformers, Sleepwalker, and Spider-Man. And then C stands for comics. Matt C. Ryan will be there.
Yes,
Brenda Steelhammer. He hates that, by the way. And indie artist Frank Malik will be there as well.
nice.
Yeah, so that's from at the 201 Washington Avenue in North Haven. It's again from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Entry is only $5. Kids 10 under free. There's more information on Facebook. Just look up New England Comic and Toy Convention.
All right,
That's
enough
paid all the bills. Paid all
chilling.
the bills. Made every one of our friends happy. No one could complain.
All right, well, nobody's gonna complain because they don't even watch the show. So let's move on. Let's
Yeah,
move on, shall we?
sure, sure.
We've chilled enough.
We've told everyone about everything that's going on in Connecticut.
Yeah, and that's our show today. We have no more time.
Bye.
Um, obviously, I real quick, I started Shrinking season 2.
Nice.
Really good so far.
Nice.
Mythic Quest is still firing on all
Oh,
cylinders.
last
I'm
episode,
up
very
to
heartbreaking.
date. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been really good so far with Poppy and dealing with Ian.
Yes.
Great. I started Andor because Andor season 2 starts next month.
Does. Right
Uh, I
after
watched
Daredevil's done.
I watched the first 2 episodes of Andor. I have to say I enjoyed them way more now.
Mm.
This is my second time watching that first episode,
Yeah.
and I think my mindset was so much better because I was just like, I don't know. After Obi-Wan, personally, I just didn't give a shit about anything Star Wars
Mhm.
related. I was like, I'm watching this out of habit. I don't even know why I'm
Yeah.
watching this. Um, but I'm far removed from the schlop, and I'm like, man, I'm watching Andor and Daredevil, which we'll talk about, and I'm like, how did Disney Plus allow these fantastic shows on their platform? These are like HBO shows. These are
Yeah.
like old school Netflix shows.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be on Disney Plus.
No.
Um, but Andor, like the first 2 episodes, just based on those first 2 episodes, it's like very much had. I was telling Rocky in our group chat, it's like it's got the cyberpunk feel, it's got Blade Runner
Yes.
feel.
Yes.
It's
Very much so.
it's Star Wars because it has the names and the
Yeah.
places and stuff.
And the
But
stormtroopers and the things and
this, I mean, just the 2 episodes alone, I'm like, this show is like light years better than majority of the Star Wars shows
yeah.
so far.
Yes.
Um, and not only you, but a lot of reviewers I watch and a lot of people have all said Andor is possibly the best thing they've ever done
Yes.
outside the original trilogy. And
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I have to agree so far.
Yeah. It just gets better.
And it looks, it's interesting. Even with
Looks gritty.
Daredevil, gritty. It looks real,
Yes.
grounded. Um, Things
Not all spit and
actually
polished.
matter.
Yeah.
Like a lightsaber doesn't go through you, and you're just like, oh, I lived. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Like consequences, things happen. It's
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah.
And yeah, like a competent person made it, and you're just like, yes,
Well, I think the thing with the two is I think with Andor and with Daredevil, I think they're more. I hate I hate the word grounded, but it's like they're more like street level versions of those stories. It's like you can put yourself in those more than you can put yourself into like Mando or like these other things because it's like more I say human, but it is. It's very
yeah,
more entrenched in the dialogue and in that. It's not so much the fantastical parts of Star Wars and stuff like
right,
that. That's
yeah,
in there in bits and pieces, but it's much more like interpersonal issues going on in all the different parts of the story.
yeah, definitely, yeah. It is more about
It's more
our
of a layered
character.
onion too. It's like there's a lot more stuff going on as the season goes on that like unfolds and develops, and you learn about the different people and all the different parts and everything.
Yeah, so I'm excited
And
to read
Skarsgård's even
more.
good.
Yes, well, in episode 2, Skarsgård does show up.
Yeah,
His character, you don't really know what's going on with him because they kind of ended on a cliff. It's kind of
yeah,
like, ooh, there's more to
yeah.
come. So hopefully by next week I'll be more into the season. Um, I watch. It's weird. I've been watching my shows in the morning before work. At
Yeah,
nighttime, I can't do it. I get so tired.
you're an
I'm
old man.
falling
It's okay.
asleep.
You're an
Huh?
old man. You're an old man. It's okay.
Yeah, man. I like 9 o'clock and my eyes are like, I'm so tired. Um, it's
Have you
tough.
finished Shorzy? You even started Shorzy yet?
Yes. Oh, I just watched episode 4 of Shorzy today. Really good. He quit the television show,
Yes.
aka the internet show.
Yes.
And he's bonding with the teens, the four teenagers,
Yes.
because they kept saying you should be a coach.
Yeah.
Um, so that's where it seems like it might be going. But so far so good. Yeah, Shorzy has been great. So I
Yeah.
hopefully I'll all be done. I only have like
There's 2 episodes left.
there's 6. Yeah, so I got like I just
Yeah.
watched episode no, I just watched episode 3. So I have 3
Okay.
more left. I have
Okay.
3 more.
Yeah.
Um yeah, so we'll talk about that when I finish.
Okay.
It goes by too quick. I like to enjoy it.
Mm.
Um but anyway, Mark, that has been my week. How has been your week?
Been all right. It's been a good week. Caught up on Invincible. Been watching that.
Oh,
The new
Invincible.
season is really good. Talk about gritty. A lot of people getting hurt. A lot of things happening. The story is definitely ramping up to a big happening in the story. But you've read the comics, so you know all the different parts. Um, yeah, they're at the part where all the marks show up.
I don't know anything about it. So don't ruin it.
Oh,
I gotta get there.
you read the comic, haven't you?
No, you did.
Oh, I thought you read the comic too.
No,
No,
I
you should.
want it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You get on Amazon. Not that crazy. I think even free if you get like the comicology thing through Amazon. If you have Prime, you get it.
Yeah, I much rather support Matt. So
Well, I know, but for like a series like that, it's all the graphic novels. You can get them all. Like
yeah,
that's what I use it for. It's
yeah,
like graphic novels. I'm not gonna like. I have nowhere to put them.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go buy them. So like Invincible, like when I was on vacation 3 or 4 years ago now, I got it and put it on my Kindle and got all the graphic novels in the
I
trade.
remember. I remember, yeah.
Yeah, it's great for that. That's what I use it for. I don't use it for like any like weekly stuff or anything. I get like the stuff that I'm not gonna like. All right, I'm probably gonna, or if you want to try a book out, you're not sure if you'd like it.
Yeah.
It's great for that. So that's what I use it for.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I would suggest reading it. It's really good if you're looking for something.
Oh, I got so much.
I know.
I
I
got so
still got
much.
a backlog I not even touched.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, so watch that. I'm trying to think of anything else. It's been a week. I got a big box coming from Amazon today of Lego. I'm very excited about that. That's happening. I got all the F1 cars coming today.
Oh man.
There was a special on Amazon. They had like all 10 of the Speed Champions that they just put out of F1 cars. Special Amazon box. It's exclusive. So that's my gift to myself with my bonus money from this year. Um, yeah, besides that, just usual. Work's been busy. Just been trying to get through things. Daredevil, of course, which we'll talk about in just a minute. Uh, we would talk about Raw, but Brian has not seen it yet because
No. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
and then the next 3 weeks, Raw's at weird times. So if you haven't seen it yet, like Brian, so that's why I sent it to you because I figured you hadn't watched it yet, even though Josh said, "Oh, they sent you like 9 times yesterday." Like, I don't think Brian saw it yet. He didn't like been blowing up my phone with everything that's been going on in the show, so I'm assuming he hasn't watched it. So,
Good
so yeah,
call.
so the next 3 weeks they're in Europe.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why the shows are early. So next week it's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They're
nice.
not gonna tape delay because they're on Netflix. They're not gonna tape delay anything.
Right. You're
Just
just gonna
put
go
it out
live.
when it happens. So next week they're in Belgium. So 3 o'clock, and then I think the week after that they're in Glasgow. So it's at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, our time, and then the week after that they're in England. So it's back to 3 o'clock again.
And honestly, that's great because I can watch Raw Monday night, but I could
Yeah,
start it at 7 o'clock.
yeah.
I'm
As soon
not
as you
going
get
to be
home.
able to watch it at work, or I'm not going to be
Yeah,
able to do any of that stuff. But like,
yeah.
I
I mean,
could,
you could sneak away for an hour, a couple hours,
I couldn't. I
long
could.
lunch break.
I
Or,
share an office. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, and especially I have to work on the 24th. But at least now I can watch it. Like I don't have to wait till 8 o'clock for it to start. I can watch it.
yeah,
When I can.
yeah.
That's awesome. I
It's
mean, if I
it's
had the
great
day
for
off,
grandparents. It's great for grandparents like yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have the luxury of just watching TV at work like that.
Well, I don't either.
So then how are you gonna watch it?
When I get home,
You're at work at 3 o'clock on a Monday.
I know. I'll watch it when I get home. I'm not gonna watch it live.
Yeah.
I mean, I
See,
could, but I mean, that'd
see,
be.
you're just like me.
I mean, I have studio shows usually on Monday nights, so I can't like at three
I have
o'clock, 4 o'clock.
meetings.
That's right when stuff's ramping up. So
Right. Yeah. So I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
no,
If it was a Thursday, like at like 2 o'clock, I'm by myself. Yes,
yeah,
I could,
there
but
you go. Well,
it's hard to really concentrate like on a show while you're working though. I'd much rather be home
yeah,
enjoying something than being at work and like having to do other things. Yeah, I, yeah, I could not do that at all.
yeah,
Anyway, that's great. That's good to know. But yeah, I'm
yeah.
gonna watch Raw. Like I said, I'll try to watch a little bit tonight, a little bit tomorrow morning.
There's a big happenings last night.
I'm sure we'll get ready for WrestleMania.
Stuff kicked off. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, SmackDown like was pretty crazy. The LA Knight got the belt back.
Yeah,
What's
setting that
going
up for
on with
WrestleMania.
Shinsuke?
Assuming it's just setting it up for a WrestleMania match.
There was a rumor. Now I don't pay. I see the rumor stuff, but it was saying that his contract might be up and it might not be renewed. That's all a rumor because how would they know?
Yeah, they say that all the time about
But
everybody.
what was that all about? For him to come in, take the belt, and then lose it like on a SmackDown? It's just like what is going on with
I
him?
think there might have been something just to make he might need the time for his brother's stuff to deal with that, maybe.
Yeah,
So that could be the reason behind it. Um,
probably.
Or it could be they're setting it up for a match at WrestleMania. Like they're trying to set up something to kind of like make it, like doing with Io and Rhea and Bianca, like that kind of
Right.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Some dances last night, so I can't tell you anything about that. So,
No,
um,
no, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
yeah,
All right, let's move on because let's get into Daredevil.
yes, Daredevil episodes 1 and 2. Daredevil Born
Born
Again.
Again.
That's the name of it. Yes.
Good one, Mark.
Say
I think we're
reborn
gonna
for
say
some reason. I don't know where.
reborn.
Yeah.
Um, okay, that first episode, spoilers, we're gonna get into it.
Yes, we're diving deep into spoilers. So if you haven't seen them, don't. You can stop watching now. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. But if you've seen them and you want to get into it with us, now's the time to get into it because we're getting into it.
Yeah. So they in the beginning.
Daredevil's dead. Oh,
No, I mean they're at the bar, they're having a good time. You have some
yeah.
new
There's too much
characters.
happiness going on. I thought that as soon as that those scenes are happening, like there's too much happy going on here. The
Yeah.
show had too much. The ads for the show basically were very gritty, and Daredevil was very despondent looking. Uh, Something had to happen.
Well, yeah, I mean everything it was a crazy scene.
Yeah,
Froggy gets assassinated
or
by
foggy.
Bullseye, huh?
Yeah, or foggy.
What did I call him? Froggy?
Foggy.
Is it Froggy or Frog? Is it what is his name? Foggy?
Foggy.
His name is Foggy?
Yeah,
What
it's
am
not
I just
froggy.
doing? It's Foggy?
Yes, he's not hopping around like a frog all over the place. He's not saying ribbit every 5 seconds.
What name was
I
Froggy?
object. Ribbit.
Wait a minute. Is it really Foggy
It
or
really is.
Froggy?
It's foggy.
I'm gonna Google this because I don't know why. Let's see. Daredevil.
We're tapping in
Oh,
froggy
it
to see
is
what it is.
Foggy. Wow. Why do I always think it was Froggy?
Because you're Brian.
I
Say something else, but I'm trying to be nicer. So
uh, oh man, it's too funny. Well, that's a fun thing for Rocky to make
like
fun of me later
it's like
on.
a new weekly tradition. Brian learned something.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, so Foggy
It's not tarot. It's not
Foggy gets assassinated by
Rico.
Bullseye, right? That was Bullseye.
Yes.
I didn't see season three, so I was like, oh, this is a new
I mean,
character.
you could have tell with the thing he had the logo, so it kind of
I didn't see the logo.
yeah.
Everything happened so quickly.
Well,
Um,
they did the thing where he shoots goes the gun thing, and it has the bullseye logo on the scope. So it kind of
well, in my defense,
that was
all
a
guns
tip
have
off.
bullseyes.
But
So
that was more of a tip off. It was very
yeah.
ominous.
So anyway, he
He could
kills
have it tattooed in his head like Colin Farrell did, but
no. He assassinates and he shoots some other people in the and coming out and then like
knives a lot of people.
that fight scene was
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going up the building, the steps, like it.
Yeah.
And you know what's also someone made a good point. Daredevil is like the one show where like the superhero, he's out of breath. Like
Yeah.
he is like fighting for his life. You
Well,
don't
he
see
has no
that very
power.
often.
He has no powers.
Well, he does.
I mean, he doesn't really. I mean, he doesn't have like superpowers. He's just a vigilante.
I know, but like when
He's
you
like
watch other
Batman.
MCU shows, everybody's just kind of like, I just fought a big battle, but hey, I'm cool.
Well, because
But
they actually have like superpowers.
it's like it takes the wind out of him, and
Yeah.
like, but anyway, the fight scene was great. They get on top of the building, and
Yes.
he just throws him off the building.
Well, because he can hear Foggy's heart
Yeah, stop.
slowing down, and
Yeah,
when his last heartbeat happens, he just loses it and just tosses Bullseye off the top of the building,
yeah, crazy.
5 stories to the ground.
And then he lives.
But then he actually gets up without any major issues.
Yeah, he lives. Yeah, I don't know. Is Bullseye magical?
I don't know if he's magical, but I don't know if he has some kind of superpower of some sort, but
Yeah, how does he live? I
that's
mean,
a, it was very, yeah, like he face planted on the ground
yep.
after falling 5 stories,
And
and
he's in court, like
he
nothing
was in
happened.
court like nothing happened, like no big deal, just sitting, nothing broken, didn't shatter his rib cage or anything, falling 5 stories.
Yeah, that is a weird
That
thing.
was the only part of it that threw me off. I was like, huh, what? How does that?
So maybe someone can correct us. Does Bullseye have some sort of something? I
I
mean,
don't know. I don't know. I think he's just like a former sniper of some sort.
and he is now like he can just get thrown off a building and live.
Yeah.
I guess I looked past that. You know, you make a good point on that. I
It
didn't.
just threw me out. That was the only thing that took me out of it. It was like, wait, what?
That's what took me out of the end of what was it? Hawkeye, when Kingpin showed up wearing his Hawaiian outfit and a car runs into him and he lived. I was
Yeah.
like, when did Kingpin become a cartoon? And
Well,
then,
Kingpin's thing is he's just like huge. He's just a big, big guy.
yeah, I know, but that version of Kingpin I did not like. I was like, he
Yeah.
cannot just get hit by a car and he's not that guy. Like, they course corrected, but I don't think we're gonna see Kingpin get hit by cars and he's just gonna walk it off. But beyond all that, you know, we're reintroduced into this world. Um,
So per the Wikipedia,
yeah.
uh, all it says for like abilities, he's a master marksman, expert martial artist in hand combat, peak human physical and mental condition. Uh,
And can walk
okay.
off.
Spinal column and various other bones laced with adamantium.
Oh,
So maybe that's what they're going to use as the reason why he can be tossed off a building
didn't live.
and live. He doesn't have adamantium bones, but they've been laced with it. So he has a healing factor.
Interesting. Okay. Well, maybe they'll get into that.
Yeah.
Um, but I kind of like how he's just like, I gotta walk away as Daredevil because that
Yeah.
was a moment, a bad moment for me. Um,
Oh yeah. Yeah. His best
my
buddy said
friend died.
if you were tossed off, if you were shot by a sniper, I'd stop the podcast. You know,
Well, thank you, Mark.
no problem. But you
Um,
just can't do it anymore. I can't.
I just can't do it.
You just can't.
Froggy.
I call you Froggy. That's what your nickname would be. Hey,
Froggy.
Froggy Leghorn.
um. Anyway, I kind of like how it's a year later. He's kind of like Daredevil's disappeared, but
Yeah.
other vigilantes have picked up
Yes.
the
White
space.
Tiger.
White Tiger, um, and he ends up helping White Tiger because he was just kind of helping this guy out in the subway, but they were
Well,
undercover cops.
so if you noticed, as they're in the fight, um, the cops like Steve gets pulled up
Yes,
and he has a Punisher logo on his arm.
I like this.
So what it is this is a story from the Punisher comic
Yeah, yeah.
that they did, where the cops see the Punisher as like a inspirational thing.
They
So
take his symbol.
they start like trying to like basically turn into a cult somewhat,
Yeah,
where they like worship the Punisher and feel like they can start when they're not in uniform, they like go out and try to stop crime or instigate things to make the city better in their mind.
they're corrupt.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it takes from real life. We had the
Mm,
same thing happen during COVID,
yeah.
where for some strange reason, the cops or people took that Punisher symbol and used
Yes.
it quite opposite of what it was
Yes.
meant to be used for.
Yeah.
Because the Punisher is a cop killer. Let's be honest.
Yes.
He
He's anti-hero.
murders. He's the killer. He's on vengeance. He's
Yes.
opposite.
He's
He's
going after the
everything you
police
don't want to
officers who
be.
killed his family, not
Yes.
supporting. He's not,
He's not a cop
he's not
supporter.
attending uh, cop fundraisers,
No.
police officer fundraisers.
Yeah. And you're right. The newest these issues came out last year. And he actually takes on a new symbol. It's like a samurai kind of Punisher looking
Mm.
symbol because his symbol got co-opted by
Yes.
these officers that were
Yeah.
turning what he stood for into something else.
Yeah.
Very interesting how it took real life events into the comics because I don't know, that's kind of cool. Uh,
Yeah.
but
Because
yeah,
during that fight, one of the officers that is fighting White Tiger, which you don't know it's White Tiger, I think it's just some random guy.
well, he wasn't in costume. Yeah.
No. Yeah. Uh, Tries to go after the character who plays White Tiger, I don't know his name. But he dives out of the way, and the guy jumps into the subway
Yeah.
line, and like a subway car just obliterates him instantly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Blood all over his face.
Brings a new term to bug on a windshield.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So he gets arrested by the other cop, and then yeah. So Matt Murdock finds out about this and goes in and decides to be his lawyer.
Yeah. Help him out.
Yeah.
And so we're slow. Like the plot kind of goes into him and Kingpin meeting
Yeah.
up because
Yes.
he's going to run for governor of New York,
Or mayor of New
mayor
York City.
of New York. Sorry, mayor of New York. Um, his running mate would be Foggy,
Yes. Froggy.
Froggy. No,
This is
so
gonna be a really
Kingpin
bad
is
running
going
mate.
to run for mayor. Um,
Yes.
and it's interesting because in the comics, Kingpin has run for mayor. This is something they've done
Yeah.
before. Um, so it's kind of cool to see it in the show.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Um,
Yeah. And
so
while that's happening, the Kingpin's wife is still running the corporate, like the criminal aspect of the
right,
family.
yeah. That scene in the diner, which I decided not to watch it when they put it out. I don't know why they had to put it out early, but I
Well,
watched.
they're trying to get people to realize it's going to be good. They're like, this is going to be the thing you wanted. So here,
Yeah.
little tidbit.
Well, that scene was fantastic. It was my
Yeah.
favorite scene of that whole episode. Um, them two kind of seeing each other since the last time they met when they had the brutal fight in season
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Um, they both know where they stand. They both know where they're going,
Yeah.
but they're both on notice. I kind of like that. They
Yeah.
put each other on notice.
Yeah.
Um, they're watching each other.
Yeah.
But it's kind of interesting. I like this aspect that Kingpin is going for. He wants to become the mayor because as mayor, you have the biggest bullseye on on your back because you can't do anything without someone noticing it.
Mm.
So he almost has to play by the rules a little bit. Um,
Yeah. I think also the thing of like him, I know you didn't watch it, but going off of Echo, like her thing was, you don't have to be this guy, like kind of thing. I think he's like trying to, in his weird way, redeem himself
Well,
to
I
try
would
to like,
argue against that because in episode 2, he basically blackmails the chief.
well, yeah. But I mean, in his mind, he's thinking he's doing it to keep the commissioner in line. Like, you know,
He's still corrupt.
yeah, he's still corrupt, but he's using it for the powers of good in his head.
Well,
In his mind, he thinks it's for good.
yes, because he wants to get rid of all superheroes in New York.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
like how they mentioned Spider-Man. That's kind of
Yes.
cool.
Yeah. I
Kinda
knew
cool.
you were really excited about them dropping that.
Well, I mean, it's kind of nice that
Well, it
Daredevil.
connects it because he's actually there.
Yeah.
So
because he is mayor of all New York, not
Yes.
just like Devil's
Well, New York City.
Hell's Kitchen,
Yeah. Yeah.
the city of New York,
Yeah.
not just one borough. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, he's playing the games. There,
Yeah.
he's got that big hole when they're waiting. It was funny because he's just like, "Well, I'm giving you permission to fill that hole." I'm like, "Well, okay. Even if they filled that hole, you're still waiting in traffic. Like
Yeah. You still
that
gotta
hole
wait
is
for them. It's not gonna like the paving's not gonna like cure like in 10 seconds.
right, right, right." It
And
was
what is
kind
that hole from? It looked like a Hulk landing.
well, there was theories that almost it felt like it could have been the Doc Ock fight from
Oh, could have been that too.
yeah.
Could
I
have been
mean,
that
it just
too.
could have been a random hole. I mean, I don't
Well, it
I
looked
don't
like it was not like a hole, it was more of like an impact crater, like something landed there.
yeah. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what made me think it was like a Hulk landing or something like that.
But I guess some people said that the Doc Ock tentacle was the same
Mhm.
bridge or around that same area. So
Okay,
it
that
could
makes
be
sense.
that. It could be that.
Yeah,
But like
I
it's
mean, you
so
think they would just close the bridge?
but it's New York. They got to get around. But
There's
it's
other bridge.
funny. He's kind of pulling his weight now.
Yeah,
He's like
I'm
I'm
sure they
giving
would know that that was going on though, when like just out of nowhere, just, hey, there's this hole in the ground. Where did this hole come from? There's
yeah.
small things like that in the show that like I don't like someone needs. I feel like there needs to be someone in the room that's kind of like, hey, like you gonna mention like what that's about? Like, why is there just a random hole in the ground?
Well, how
Why
would
did the guy
anybody know?
drop 5 stories from the top of a building and get up like nothing happened?
I mean, I think that's more egregious than the hole. The
Yeah,
hole is just a hole. Like there's potholes everywhere. Like
that
think.
wasn't a that wasn't a that was a full on like bridge collapse almost.
I mean, I think Bullseye landing and not dying is to
Yeah,
me. We got to find
yeah,
out why. I want to
yeah,
know why.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they have to bring it up. Like they
You
have
have
to.
to like you can't just like the guy just dropped 5 stories off a building. He's okay.
Yeah,
Walk it off, buddy. Walk
mark
it
it
off.
out.
Especially
Um,
since he landed like part of his like his top part of his body was in the street, but his legs would have like his hips would have like landed on like the curb.
yeah.
So it would have been like a yeah, there's like a difference in height there. It just seems yeah. It was like yeah.
Um, so the rest of episode two, which is more character building.
Yes,
Um,
not so much not like barely any like I don't think he even was in the suit in the second episode.
well, no, because he hung up Daredevil.
Yeah. What I'm saying, but there was no like the only fight was at the end.
That ending was fantastic though. Like it
Yeah.
really like you're in a lull. You're kind of like, okay, we're building up something here. Um, that's when he discovers that these cops are corrupt and
Yeah.
they're going to go kill the one of the witnesses.
Yeah.
So he actually figures
The
out where the
kid and the guy from
place
the
is.
subway. Yeah.
He goes to the house. He goes, "Listen, dude, you got to get out of here,
Yeah.
because they're going to kill you because they're going to win this."
Yeah.
Um, and the guy takes off. Daredevil's in the room.
Well, he's
Matt
still Matt
Murdock's
Murdock
in
at
the
this
room.
point. Yeah. So
Yeah,
then the other cops show up and they like pull the gun to his head and he's like, "Don't do this. You don't want to do this."
yeah, yeah.
Give them plenty of warning. But I mean, what are they going to do? Like, they don't know he's Daredevil. They
They
think
think
he's
he's
just
just a
some
blind
lawyer.
lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, I mean, what are they? Why would that? Then why would they worry about that?
yeah,
So they go to shoot him in the head, and as soon as he hears the click of the gun, he just turns into Daredevil mode and just starts wrecking house on the two guys,
yeah.
like putting you guys through like faces through tables and
He broke the guy's
Scorpion the other
arm.
guy. Yeah, Scorpion the other guy
Oh my
on the
god,
ground.
brutal.
Yeah,
I think he kills him.
I would. I mean, unless he's got bullseye properties, he's going to get up and walk away. But I
These guys
don't see
are
how they
walking
would.
away.
Yeah, I don't think how they're going to. When you get dropped like that in your head, like quarter of the side of your head, and like your whole body like accordions,
Yeah,
I don't think you're getting up from that.
no. So he obliterates these guys,
Yeah,
but it was great
then
because
screamed very loudly.
that raw emotion because
Yes.
he did not he snapped again. He had
Yes.
that moment. He was trying to escape. from the first episode.
Yes.
Um, and
Because as most superheroes and comic book characters, um, they really are just stories about how to deal with grief, and that you need to deal with that. You can't just let it sit,
yeah, I
as I
mean,
say to myself.
yeah, he's dealing with a lot of stuff, and like
Yes.
the 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 fact that his friend died
Hmm.
because of his recklessness, um, or he couldn't save him, you know.
No,
So,
it wasn't recklessness. He was not like the bullseye was going after Foggy because he was the lawyer for that guy, and he was
but
gonna expose whatever was going on.
if you think about it, it all stems from you have an anti-hero, you have a hero, you have
Yes.
someone bad, you have someone good. So there's going to be casualties of war, and I kind of feel like Daredevil takes it
Collateral
personally.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, first two episodes, man, I started off great.
Yeah.
Um. Like there's a lot. Like I'm excited. I'm really excited to watch the next episode. It's tomorrow, today, right? Tuesday. Um.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like it's like, man, it makes like I haven't felt like this in a long. I think Mandalorian season two for a Disney show to
Yeah.
grab me this much to make me excited for the next episode.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Loki was pretty good. Loki season two.
yeah, it was, but I mean,
Yeah.
this really for
If you had seen Andor when it aired, you'd have had that same experience.
this has grabbed me more. Like
Yeah.
it really has pulled me in. Like Andor, I mean, Loki season two. Yes, I enjoyed it, but like,
Mm.
I don't know. I think near the end I was just watching it, but like I wasn't like, oh my god, I can't wait.
Yeah.
This I'm like, oh my god, and Andor too. So I'm like
Yeah.
watching two really great shows,
Yeah.
um, back to back here. So. Yeah, I mean, first two episodes, I know we're not going to rate this until the whole show is had finished,
Yes.
but it sets the tone. For me, I'm interested to hear what you have to say, but for me, I think this is a good solid 8.5. Like, I don't want to give it a 9 yet. I
No.
don't want to give it a
No.
10
Because there's a
yet.
lot more coming.
A lot more coming, but I feel like this is a good solid start, and I think 8 is a good solid start for these two episodes. Um, But yeah, I don't know if you had
I
to give
agree.
it
I'm
a
right
set the
around that
tone.
same,
What do you think?
right at that same spot, right around there at the 8.5 area.
Yeah,
Area. Yeah, I think it was a great uh reintroduction to the world of Daredevil
yeah,
in the two episodes. I think it was a perfect amount. You don't get too much. I feel like when they do too many of them at once like that, especially for these ones when you want to like build up the story. Uh, yeah. So I'm excited for. Yeah, I forgot it was Tuesdays. I'm usually used to Wednesdays, so Tuesdays is it throws me off.
yeah.
But but yeah. Then Andor, just really quick, they're gonna release three a week because it takes place through three different stages to get into Rogue One.
Wow, 3 a week?
Yeah, because
Oh,
they're like it's stories. It's like three like package stories, basically.
oh. I'm looking at Andor season 2. 3 oh my god.
Yeah, because they're like literally because it's getting you to Rogue One. The spoiler alert: he dies in Rogue One. Um, so they kind of have to get you there.
The final season of Andor will unfold over 12 episodes, broken down into 4 chapters of 3 episodes each.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
It will start April 22nd.
Yes.
So each chapter will be 1 week.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's basically like four mini movies.
Seriously. Well, I'm glad I'm starting up season
Yeah.
one now.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's a good thing you started it because yeah, that's going to be intense because they're gonna escalate quick. It's gonna go. And it's gonna time jump too. So it's got to
Right.
get you to
And I watch them slowly, so I'm still gonna be watching like
Yeah,
one a
it'll
day.
still take you a year to get through all three, 12
Yeah,
of them, but you know.
I know. Well, we'll be giving. I will try my best so we can stay on top of Andor season 2.
Yeah. You have a
Show.
whole week to get through three of them, so it's like you
Yeah,
got
I
time.
can do that. I can
Yeah,
watch one a morning. That's
yeah,
totally fine.
yeah.
And WrestleMania will be over because that's what April.
April 19th and 20th.
Oh man,
It's literally
WrestleMania.
like around the same time it starts.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
think it
good.
starts right after WrestleMania. Let's say the 22nd. Yeah, so it's right after.
Yeah, getting excited,
I know. I know.
and
Big
we're
things.
we're already kind of in the middle of March, which is crazy to think about.
I know. It's nuts. It's nuts.
Anyway,